And then Donegal, your own Donegal against Tyrone, know each other well. Were you disgusted when you saw Tyrone come out, or did it fire you up?
I was disgusted initially because my mum's from Tyrone and I'm kind of sick listening to her when all these games come around. But I'd say, finishing second was a brilliant achievement for Donegal, given where they came from, getting relegated in the league. They hadn't won a game before the Clare game. They hadn't won a game since they beat Kerry in that 30-day in Ballbafay in the very first round of the league. So things were just on the floor so much between Paddy Carr leaving his manager and different players being missing and Michael Murphy's retirement, just leaving that shadow over a senior dressing room as it would with any team. But, they went down to Clare, and after a very disappointing first half, they dug out a serious result down there. And, I was at the Derry game, and bar just switching off for a couple of goals with runners coming from deep, they were right in that game. Oisín Gallen was just on fire, just masterclass performance from him. But to do the business against Monaghan was massive for this group in terms of confidence, and I think that will just be vital for them. Like as Jono touched on there, the mindset and where you're at is just brings so much to your game. And the day against Monaghan, it looked like they'd really turned the corner. Paddy McBurtie's coming back from injury just at the right time. It'll be so interesting to see if he starts, because he's come off the bench twice now in the last 2 games to get vital minutes into him. Jamie Brennan was brilliant against Monaghan after maybe a disappointing day against Derry. Gallen produced the goods again. Kieran Thompson was excellent. Sean Patton was brilliant at the back. There's so many things to be positive about now all of a sudden when everything seems so grim. Brendan McColl's been wonderful at fullback when we thought Neil McGee would never be replaced. So, and I have to mention my own 2 club mates, Owen Van Gallagher and Hugh McFadden, who've been real leaders as joint captains since Murphy retired and since McBurtie was sidelined with injury too. They've been real leaders on the field for the county as well. So, I'd say a bit of them were kind of cursing their luck after finishing second. They might have hoped for a better draw, but Tyrone coming to Ballbafay, if they can't get motivated for that, I don't know. It's if they really want redemption now, getting a result here would just be massive, because I think the group are in bonus territory. They've nothing to lose now after such a disappointing league, and losing to Down and Ulster, to come through that group in second place was brilliant for this group. And, given the amount of young players that are coming through as well, I was just really, really happy for them, because I know firsthand the pressure that they've been under and the cloud that's been hanging over the county. And that's been lifted now in a big way since beating Monaghan especially. So they've nothing to lose this weekend. And, it wouldn't surprise me if they ground out a result, because they have a great record against Tyrone and Ballbafay by that Super 8s game in 2018 or 2019, I think. So why not?
What do you think, John? If I could come in there, I think that the job that Aidan O'Rourke and Paddy Bradley have done, and obviously the players with the backing and the way that McBurtie spoke after the game the last day about, all the flack and the noise that was outside and that to shut themselves away from it. I think it's, okay, you could argue that Kildare or Cork, they're the turnaround of the year, but I think Donegal, because they had the added dimension of, if you like, the chaos about their development squads and all of the people resigning there and all of that going on as well. And really, I think the whole world, you'd have to admire what has happened there from obviously the tightness of the group. I mean, they lost their manager, Paddy Carr, during the season. Everything that could happen and go wrong, it was like Murphy's Law for 6 months, and now they're at the stage. So I think that's I'd be expecting Donegal to beat Tyrone, because there's just something not right with Tyrone, what that is, or because they have some magnificent footballers. And I know the dynamic of the Ulster rivalry between Donegal and Tyrone will come in, and maybe that will ignite Tyrone. But on the face of it, I just feel that Donegal have done magnificently, and they're, as the cliche goes, their mojo is back in full tilt. So they're in a very good place at the minute.
Yeah, geez.